Hey, it's Dan Moralez, and this is Homebuyer Radio. This is episode number 34. This week, I want to talk about reasonable expectations. And what I mean by that is lately I have had a rash of clients who have expectations that are maybe unrealistic for their goals of home ownership. And what I mean by that is not necessarily their desire to own a home as much as what their expectations are for what a monthly payment would be, or what the overall scenario would look like. So let's just say you're a client and you got a house and you're going to sell your house for $150,000, and your current mortgage payment, let's just say, is $1,000, and you're going to make $58,000 in profit from the sale of your house. And you say, gosh, Dan, I want to buy that next house that's going to be $200,000. I'm going to put my $50,000 down, but I want the same monthly payment that I have in my current house right now. Do you see what's wrong with that equation, right? Do you see how the amount of house you're going to have is going to be bigger? Bigger house means bigger property taxes and typically bigger homeowners insurance for that new property. So can you start to see where that's going to be a problem? It also means, by the way, a bigger mortgage amount, and you're going to borrow more money. So if you're going to borrow more money on a bigger house that has bigger taxes, that has bigger homeowners insurance, it would seem reasonable that you're not likely going to have the same monthly payment as what you have currently. Okay? Now, I can tell you that I have had that multiple times in the course of the last week, right? So, are your expectations of what you're hoping to accomplish reasonable? If the answer is no, you may be in for a surprise, right? I always feel like the bad guy when I have to tell people hey, what you want to do is not going to work out that way. Here's, the realistic numbers, and, I get to be the bad guy that maybe, pops those dreams that you had, or those, high hopes you had of being able to, get a lot of house without having to pay for it, right? If that was the case, gosh, that would be awesome, because I would be so busy I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Truth be told, that's just not the case. You get what you pay for. If you're going to get a bigger, nicer house, it is going to cost more than a smaller, less expensive home, especially if you're moving up in this process. So just have reasonable expectations and realize that, just because you want something to be something doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen, right? I always like to tell people I'd love to drive a Mercedes S-Class and pay for a Ford, but that's just not going to happen. So, have realistic expectations. That's going to help you to really go into this process and really be comfortable, right? Because I think what happens is sometimes, clients have these unrealistic expectations, and then what happens is, some lenders, in an attempt to try to make the client feel better, start to paint a picture that's not accurate of, what they can expect, and then they just kind of go down this whole, spiral of bad expectations that don't end up being met, and then they have this horrific mortgage process that was truly avoidable had the lender just given them, good, honest information up front. And the flip side would be had they had honest expectations of what to expect as part of this process as well too. Okay, my name is Dan Moralez. My NMLS number is 709-729. You can reach me at 616-931-4629. Again, 616-931-4629. We do lend in the majority of the 50 states, so we can probably help you out no matter where you're located in the U.S. If you have questions or concerns or things that you'd love to have us address on a future episode, I encourage you to go ahead and shoot us an email or hit our Facebook page. You'll find us at Homebuyer Radio on Facebook or homebuyerradio.com. But message us if you have any questions or concerns, or if you have something that you'd like to have us talk about. We'd love to do maybe an upcoming Q&A episode where we just answer questions that people have, and hopefully just help you out if you're in the process for mortgage. Again, Dan Moralez, 616-931-4629. My NMLS number is 709-729, and North Point Bank is an equal housing lender.